The first stage of language acquisition is called the silent period. Students understand more than they can produce. They can understand when someone talks to them, but they cannot express their ideas in the same way. They may answer yes or no. Watch this next segment of Marze. She uses her body language to show that she understands what is said, but yet she is still not speaking. It's important that Marze interact with language, that she listen, point, label, and copy. This is Marze. Marze is from Thailand, and she is copying the words from her book next to her on paper. And that's something Marze is working on doing. The second stage of language acquisition is early production, where learners can answer some questions using yes or no. They use repetitive language, but really can't find the words to express themselves in complete sentences yet, and they certainly can understand more language than they can produce. The video segment showing how and Nasro will demonstrate how they can speak with simple words, but not really write yet. They're working on copying, but can't really read yet. But these students have no previous schooling, which makes it a little bit more of a challenge for us to teach them how to read and write. Whereas when we watch Apa, who can read in her own language, you'll see that she's making a smoother transition into reading in English. In this stage, you'll want to use charts, tables, graphs, and other conceptual visuals. Use things like newspaper ads and mainstream materials to encourage language interaction, and encourage partner readings. Cooperative learning is also a wonderful way to encourage more interaction with language. This is Nasro and Hao. They're both from Somalia and lived in Kenya in refugee camps, and they're fairly new to school. You can see that they can copy from the board. They're copying words that are on labeled pictures and copying them into their notebook. This is Apapa. She's from Thailand. She's one of our beginners, and Apapa can read all of the words that she's copied down.
Call.
Stage 3 is called the speech emergence stage. Here's where learners can communicate with simple phrases and sentences. They will ask simple questions that may or may not be grammatically correct. It is common to see them here start some short conversations. What teachers can do at this stage is conduct group discussions, assign writing compositions. You can also use music, TV, and radio with class activities, show film strips and videos with cooperative groups, scripting the visuals. And we want to show you here how Naila is starting to being able to explain things and how she's reading.
Color green, yellow, pink, and blue. This is my friend. This is my friend, all of them. They go to my school. This is Gulnara Mushraba. This is me. This is Zarina. This is Bilor. This is Gulnara and Gulcheko.
And how did you make that?
I went to imikimiki.com and then you found the pictures. Then what picture you have, you put it in. Then you save it. And then I went to the library and printed.
Levels 4 and 5 are usually when the ESL student is mainstreamed. They're already in the classroom with you. Level 4 is considered intermediate fluency, where the learners are already using more complex sentences, speaking and writing, expressing their opinions, sharing their thoughts. They also have the ability to formulate questions in order to ask for clarification. And level 5 is considered advanced fluency. They sound like natives already, and they're able to perform in the second language, although there may be some gaps, especially when it comes to idiomatic uses of the language. Here we have some students to show you what this stage looks like. Grecho, Adamaris, and Trin.
When I got to this country, I felt lonely because I didn't know English, and like people were like looking at me and making fun of me because the way I dressed and the way I didn't know how to speak English and just all that, and it made me feel really bad.
What they could do to help me is like put more, when they explain me something, put pictures or something so I could understand what we're talking about specific. and by talking to me and have more time to explain me stuff.
My grandpa teach me how to do ABCs, and when at school, this friend here, she's Vietnamese, but she don't speak Vietnamese very well. She teach me stuff, translate it, and help me with everything that I need help, and she always be there for me.
Here are some helpful things that all mainstream teachers can be doing to support the over 120 students in our building who are learning English as a second language or third language or fourth language. Please print, use clear speech and present tense, rephrase, use visuals and gestures, extend time, reduce and modify assignments, use alternative assessments, scribe, graphic organizers are ideal, use cooperative learning, and smile a lot. Use manipulatives, and make sure you provide access to content, as that's how students learn English best. Remember to explicitly teach vocabulary and keep learning active. And remember, despite all of our challenges here at ESL, the students are clearly very happy here. Enjoy, ege, pause, laugh, and thanks for all you do.